Better Call Saul, the tragic genius. Behind TV's best prequel. What if I told you that the best prequel ever made isn't just about crime, law, and con artists, but about human tragedy? Better Call Saul took what we thought was just a comic relief character and turned him into one of the most tragic, compelling, and heart-wrenching figures in TV history. Forget just being a prequel, this show stands on its own as a masterpiece. But how? Let's break it down. Chapter 1. Who is Jimmy McGill? Before he was Saul Goodman, the flashy, morally flexible criminal lawyer in Breaking Bad, he was just Jimmy McGill, a small-time hustler with big dreams. Jimmy wasn't born a con artist, but he sure was good at it. And from an early age, he realized something. People trust a good story more than the truth. But the biggest tragedy? The person he wanted to prove himself to the most never believed in him. Chuck McGill, his older brother, a brilliant but deeply flawed lawyer, saw Jimmy as nothing more than Slippin' Jimmy, a con man who could never change. Even when Jimmy tried to go straight, Chuck's disbelief pushed him back into the very thing he was trying to escape. Chapter 2. The Chuck McGill Dilemma, Villain or Victim? Let's talk about Chuck McGill. Is he a villain or a tragic victim of his own flaws? On one hand, he's the ultimate antagonist in Jimmy's life, blocking his success at every turn, making sure he never gets ahead. But on the other hand, Chuck is a man consumed by fear. Fear of losing his legacy. Fear of his own failing health. Fear that his little brother might actually be smarter than him in ways he can't control. But what makes Chuck's story so gut-wrenching is that, in the end, he destroys himself. He pushes Jimmy away, and when he finally realizes that he was wrong, it's too late. And with that, he takes his own life. And Jimmy? He barely reacts. The man who once wanted nothing more than his brother's approval doesn't shed a single tear. Chapter 3. Saul Goodman, The Mask. Jimmy wears. Let's be real. Saul Goodman is fun. He's slick. He's charming. He's got a comeback for everything. He's the guy you call when you're in trouble. Because, well, Better Call Saul. But here's the real question. Is Saul Goodman who Jimmy always was? Or is it just a mask he wears to survive? Every time Jimmy tries to be honest, he's beaten down by people who refuse to see his potential. So, he does what he does best. He plays the role they expect him to play. Saul Goodman isn't just a persona. It's a survival mechanism. Chapter 4. Kim Wexler, the unsung hero of Better Call. Saul Kim Wexler isn't just Jimmy's partner in crime. She's the last thread keeping him from completely losing himself. And here's the craziest part. In the end, she's the one who walks away. She chooses morality over love, and that breaks Jimmy in a way nothing else ever did. Chapter 5. Howard Hamlin, the tragic good guy. Howard Hamlin was never the villain, but Jimmy needed one. Howard started as the slick, untouchable lawyer, but as the series goes on, we see a man who was actually kind of decent. Sure, he played the corporate game, but he wasn't evil. So when Jimmy and Kim destroy his reputation for fun, we're laughing with them, until we're not. Because in one of the most shocking moments in the show, Lalo Salamanca walks in. And just like that, Howard is gone. A life destroyed, not by crime, but by two people playing a game they didn't realize was real. Chapter 6. The Fall of Jimmy McGill. By the time we meet Gene Takovich, the lifeless, grayed-out shell of Saul Goodman, we know the truth. There's no more fun, no more colorful suits, just a man running from himself. And in the end, he makes one final choice: to stop running. Chapter 7. Why Better Call Saul is a masterpiece one. The writing is flawless. Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould took their time to craft a slow burn masterpiece. 2. The characters feel real. Every decision feels natural. Every consequence hits hard. 3. The cinematography is next level. Every frame is a work of art. 4. It makes you question everything. Who is truly good or bad? How much of our fate is chosen versus forced upon us? So, what do you think? Is Better Call Saul actually better than Breaking Bad? Or is it just